welcome to One Man's Collection. Today I am looking at the 62nd issue of the Ferrari Collection Magazine. This is the Ferrari 575 GTC from 2003. Got it in a beautiful die-cast with racing livery, unlike the one that's on the front of the cover that seems to be no livery. I'll take a look at that closer to the end of the video, but we will go through the magazine just to see what we get. In this particular one, Constructors Championship F 2008 single-seater, competition model of this 575, I think, did I say 575? 375, 575 GTC from 2003. And competition model in this particular model is the one-off prototype 308 GTB Mille Chiodi. Kind of looks like a wide body 308. And then we have the poster of this particular car. Right, top challenge in the 2008 Bahrain Grand Prix, the third event of the Formula One World Championship. Ferrari achieved an impressive 1-2 with Felipe Massa in first place and Kimi Raikkonen finishing second. To counter the threat of the aggressive McLaren Mercedes team, the F2008 Ferrari deployed a competitive single-seater that incorporated several advanced features. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. If you want to have a look at it, I have to pause the video. Have a brief review of this good-looking car. We do have this model in the collection. Just under a 2.4 litre rear longitudinal 90-degree V8. Unknown power, unknown top speed. I guess they want to keep it secret. Last gasp's defeat. Already during 2007, it had been apparent that the rising star in Formula One was Lewis Hamilton, the young McLaren Mercedes driver who had battled for the driver's title in the last race of the year on his first F1 debut. The Englishman won the first race in 2008 in Australia, an event that proved difficult for Ferrari Felipe Massa, having retired, and Kimi Raikkonen only just in the points. However, the team did better in the second race of the season in Malaysia, where the Finnish driver took his first win of the season. Another victory followed in Spain. So going through the 2008 honours, going through for Australia, 8th for Raikkonen, 1st for Malaysia. No Massa at all there. Massa 1st and 2nd. Massa over Raikkonen 1st, 2nd. Spanish was Raikkonen over Massa 1st, 2nd. Turkish was 1st, 3rd. Massa over Raikkonen. 3rd, Monaco, Massa. 5th, Canadian, Massa. French, Massa Raikkonen with 2nd. British 4th. German 4th, 6th, Massa Raikkonen. Hungarian, Raikkonen 3rd. Massa 1st in the Valencia. Massa 1st in Spa. 6th for Massa in Monza. Raikkonen 3rd in the Japanese. Massa 7th. Massa 2nd and Raikkonen 3rd in the Shanghai Interlagos. Massa 1st and Raikkonen 3rd. And that's right, he got pipped in the last race for the championship by some dodgy moves apparently. But the Constructors Championship did go to Ferrari for that. Kimi Raikkonen 3rd in the championship. Moving on, 575 GTC. Based on the 550 Maranello, the 575 GTC was a front-engine rear-wheel drive model that was packed with race technology. It was complemented by Pininfarina gorgeous bodywork, which features especially taut lines that hindered the model's competition calling. Yeah, very nice. Which we do have the race version here. So V12. The great Ferraris, design and private teams taking part of the FIA GT Championship, and with bodywork making considerable use of composite materials, the Ferrari's 575 GTC was a pure competition Grand Prix tourer. Its construction, a maximum of 25 examples a year were planned, was in the hands of Technology Treviso, part of the Fiat Group. Okay, I'm going to read the rest of that. Looks great. Do have a black example on the poster, red on the other side, which is not the same number as the one we got, but very similar. It's got a white stripe down the front too. Engine is a 65-degree V12, just under 6 litres, 605 horsepower at 6,300 RPM. Unknown maximum top speed. It wouldn't be about top speed for this. It's made for a racetrack. You would think it's not top speed. It's all about getting around the corners the quickest. Getting around the track the quickest, really. Look at that street-going version, essentially. The 575M and the 575 GTC Nürburgring Challenge. Doesn't say how fast they went around it there, by the looks of it. But they did a 500-kilometer race as well. Okay. Does look good. Winning at Spa after 51 years. All right, moving on to that Ferrari 308 GTB Mille Chiodi with the silver panel work on it. I don't like the silver on it. Make it red to match. Was only one model, so I guess they're showing you what they've changed. Yeah, success of the 308 GTB launched in 1975 overshadowed the creation 2 years later of a striking one-off version of the model, the 308 GTB Mille Chiodi, prototype name meaning 1,000 nails. Okay. Referred to the rivets that held place of the unpainted aluminium panels fitted all around the car. The result was one of Pininfarina's grittiest designs. I guess you wouldn't paint it because you're like, yeah, that is actually in the design for that particular car. So it would still be sitting there with the silver and red. And about 12,000 examples of the GTB. So, yeah, 308 GTB. I think, wasn't it Magnum PI drove one? That certainly gave it a little bit more media savvy. Got people's interest in it, probably. Very nice. Links to the GTO. Oh, yeah. Engine is a 90-degree V8, just under 3 litres, 255 brake horsepower, 7,700 RPM. Maximum speed of over 252 kilometers an hour, 157 mile an hour. All right, coming up, the next model is the Mondial 8 model. I guess there's different Mondial versions. We'll have a look at that one in next week's issue. Let's have a look at the die-cast car here. Some great detail on this. Quite happy with it. Especially for the cheap price you get these magazines. Fully white lights at the back, I notice. None of them actually are red. It must be something to do with just a clear glass with a silver on it. No coloured glass needed. Probably has its own globes, the right colour in there. Tow hook. Decent detail on it. Inside we do have a silver roll cage. You can see that best through the back there. Window is open on the driver's side and passenger side. Race window, so it's only slid open a little bit. Underneath, not much. Just the name and a slight diffuser at the back, which works quite well. Very happy to have these in my collection. I've got a few of the 550s and 575s. Thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll put that on the turntable so you can see it without my hands in the way. Have a great day, and I will be back soon with another one. Cheers. Bye.